Here they have these hyper modern recycling boxes for CDs, for remote controls, for batteries, for lamps, for phones, and it's great. In Germany probably all here lie around it. So now I had some great spare ribs and go down to the bus. The bus back to Kenshin. Here they're playing football, and I walk now to the bus stop here. I make some exercise, although I had already enough exercise for today, I would say. I walk now to the bus stop and then go back to Olsztyn.
Оно влезло в мой телефон, повыгибало эти фотографии, давай там все создавать страницу, высылать, пугать кому-то. Не знаю, больной человек, я не понимаю зачем. Он просто Оле проблемы создавать. На злость Оле проблемы создать. Непонятно, больной.
Welcome back to Olsztyn. That was the road to hell before. Oh, but we made it. No, it's cold here in the bus. It was so hot. So this is here the new train station. That looks very modern. And I'm on my way to my hotel. Yeah, no problem. No problem. No, super, ja. Dzień dobry, no. Pay the credit card, no?
No?
Okay. Yeah, okay, no?
Okay, thank you.
So that's my hotel, and here I just found a money change here opposite. That's great. That is very great. This is here the famous hall of Olsztyn with ancient ruins, and behind there is the famous tower and my one-star hostel in the city center here, and the Cantor money change is directly opposite. And here we're having a nice map. Maps are always very interesting. So we started today. I landed here in south of Szczytno. So here's Szczytno. Here's the CIA prison. It was the CIA prison for 2 years. I have not told that. No? After 9/11, the Americans needed some jails outside the US that they can do some water sports, for example, boarding with the water. And then they flew them first to Thailand, and then the Thai government didn't like that, and then they asked here the Secret Service. That's all in the internet. It's nothing here secret. And here's a prison that was built by the Germans in 1938 by these crazy guys that we saw today in the Wolfsschanze. Anyway, so and then I took the minibus here to Olsztyn, and then from here via Mrangowo I drove to Kętrzyn, and then here was somewhere this bunker. This bunker's craziness. And then later I took back the bus here to Mrangowo, and there's a lake. The dog is so loud. Here, that was not this lake. That was another lake. That here, where I had my awesome spare ribs. And then I took the And then I took the bus here from the small bus to Olsztyn, and then to the train station, and then the taxi here to my hotel. Yeah, that's it. So very easy. So, and what is very interesting is here the Poland-Russia border is also here. This here, this is Russia. That is called enclave. That's an enclave. God, I'm old. That's the enclave of Kaliningrad here. Yeah. Yeah, and then there's a very beautiful city, Gdansk, in German Danzig. Yeah, and that is here the whole area that you can visit when you fly with Ryanair for 15 euro from Düsseldorf-Weeze. You can visit here the whole area, but I'm not sure if you can enter the Russian zone, because I think that you have a problem with your passport or your visa. I have no idea. Yeah, and tomorrow I will just take a taxi back here to the train, to the bus station, and then take this express bus to the airport and then fly home. And now it's 5:30, and I've seen so much today that I'm completely exhausted. And they have also here this St. Jacob's path here. You can walk from here to Santiago de Compostela. It's very interesting. And that is here the European culture capital. Yeah, now I have money again, I have zloty again, and then I could normally have a drink somewhere before I go in this horrible hotel. But the hotel looks horrible, but it has good ratings. It's a one-star hotel. And here that is, seems to be a Greek restaurant, El Greco. Yeah, very beautiful. It was nice. I was a bit shocked when I saw all these bunkers there today. It was completely shocking and nerve-wracking. But here now it's very beautiful. Have a look. Have a look. And here there's the famous tower, and there's the Pope, the former Pope, John Paul II, and Maria and Jesus. And that is here the backside of my hotel. They have also a restaurant there. So, and thank God I charged my devices before. That's why I can film and talk again here. But the people are very serious here. They only laugh, I think, when they are drunk. She has very nice plateau shoes here, plateau boots. The candy shop. There are gypsies here. I may not say that word in German, but I don't care. And this is the old town here. Very nice. Very nice. And here you need something that you can wear this year. The one on the right. That is here my ice cream and my coffee and the water. For it is relatively expensive. It's €6.50, but I think it is homemade. That is here the ice, the ujaka lodi. I think ice cream means in Polish lodi. I see everywhere lodi. That's good. So I will enjoy now my ice cream and shut them up. I was so confused before because I paid for the same dish here in Morocco, where the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean meets the Mediterranean. I was at the Cap Hotel there in Tanja, in North Africa, in Morocco. I paid for the same €3.50, and here it's €6.50, and that's the difference. That's why I was so surprised here. But it's still okay. It's a big ice cream and it's delicious. Eighteen. Looks very traditional. Let's see what we can get here for €30. 30 euros. No, come on. Sometimes it's not easy. So, da-da-da-da. Oh my god. Yeah, it is. That is small bed. God, I touch now these remote controls. Normally, I need no disinfection. Oh, I need to disinfect my hands now. So this is here the room tour of this €30 room. That was the cheapest that I found here in the center. Oh yeah, there's the Sphinx, grill bar and the kebab, and here the game shop. Yeah, that is nice. I have to open the window here. Yeah. Yeah, what else do I want? I mean, okay, the bed is a little bit too small for my taste, but Sakats Palenina, no smoking. My own shit house here. Where's the light? Where is the light? Where is the light? There's no light. What is that? Is the light here? Ah, yeah, the light's outside. Yeah, that's nice. I can do my business alone here, not shared with other ones, like the very cheap rooms. And here's the party shower. That is for a single party, but there is no soap. So eventually I go again. No, not eventually. I have to go again to Osman. I bought before also toothpaste. Where is it? I bought toothpaste because my at home that was 125 milliliters, and you can take maximum 100. And then I knew already they would probably see it and then throw it in the dustbin. Yeah, here that is also a nice cupboard from IKEA. Oh, it's okay. And I have free Wi-Fi. But no free hug. This is the only sad thing here. To this area here in Poland, I recommend not to come alone, but come as a couple, because it is that is what I recommend. Don't come here alone. All right, then I think that's it. I think that's it from today, and then tomorrow I go back. Ciao. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe and thumbs up and whatever. God save the Queen. Olsztyn-Mazury. Another day, another chance. I still have some Czech money here in my wallet. I have some more of them. 200 Czech krona with this guy here, and I try to change that in the. I want to try to change that now in this money change there, Kantor. I tried that at several airports in Istanbul also and whatever, and they always refused. And Czech Republic is the neighbor country here, so I will just have a try, and then maybe I have some extra money. I have to bring them also here, the remote controls. Normally I need some gloves, some protection gloves, because remote controls in hotels have the highest rate of bacteria of all articles on the planet, I think. I must bring them down now here, the two remote controls. Hello, check out? Yes, check out. I paid already. Okay, thank you. Huh? Here's the restaurant also. So, welcome to another day, another chance. And I go now first to this Kantor. Here are the famous ruins. But that, what that really is, I have no idea. I will put it down in the description. And the famous tower, the new tram. I could also use the tram to the train station where I have to go now, but I think I will just walk around. It is now 9:30. Kantor Geldwechsel. Exchange. Let's try if I can change finally my Czech money that I have left over. Hello. Nobody here? Yes. Hello. Can you change Czech money from Česka? Česky. I have 600. Can you change that from Prague? $766. Yeah, I have one here. 100. Super. Okay. Dzień dobry. Yeah, okay. Do widzenia, no? Do widzenia ruski.
A do widzenia to polski.
Yeah, do widzenia, no? Do widzenia.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Dziękuję.
Dziękuję.
Okay. Yeah, it is not easy. Do widzenia is Russian. That is, and that is a big problem if I start talking in Russian here now. That is a big problem here because Russians and Germans are not very popular here because of historical reasons. He said something. Do widzenia. I have now 100 zloty extra. Wow, that's good. Yesterday my ribs were 57. So I'm very rich now actually. I have a lot of extra money now. I have now so much extra money that I don't know even what to do with it. I could invite maybe someone. But first I will get a coffee now in a fancy restaurant, and here's a famous church. Dos Videnia, na? Did you say? I told him Dos Vidania, it's Russian. It is not. Russian is a very big problem here. And German is also a big problem. That's why I speak always English. But I can hear that from the accent probably, my terrible accent. So where's, you know, a cafe? I'm so glad I got rid of my 600 Czech koruna. I had them since such a long time in my pocket, in my wallet. And I asked everywhere at airports, and they all refused. So here's the center of Olsztyn. And there's a beautiful old building there. It's all in a pretty good condition here. But I think they had to do a lot of renovations over the last 30 years. I was in 1988 in Prague, in the neighbor country, the Czech Republic, and there was so much smog in the city, and it was in a terrible condition. But then they invested a lot after the end of the Iron Curtain, and then they have good streets and everything. And this is a big shopping mall here, but I'm not a big fan of malls, I must say. That is the last that I want to visit, a mall. That's really absolutely the last thing I want to see here. And here I think it's a jail. I hope I will not be jailed for filming that. But with all that barbed wire, probably here the jail. And here on the right, it seems to be a war memorial. Maybe I should go a little closer and have a look to do something for my brain. The people here, the cars stop at the zebra things here, like in Germany. That's very good. In many countries in the world, and you must jump that you don't get killed. Oh, there's a fence around this monument. And someone put some red color on it. Yeah, there are some war heroes. On the left, there's a tank, and some missile transporters in the plane. The German government is also very warmongering here in this whole conflict. Instead of being diplomats and reduce this fighting there, that is here not too far away from here, they want to say also rockets. If that is a solution, I doubt it. Yeah, I will check in the internet, and you will get some more information what this is here. Ach, there's something written. The monument of the liberation of Warmia and Masuria. Ah, that is the Liberation Day. That is a very important monument. But afterwards, a lot changed. Afterwards, a lot changed also again here when the Russians came. And here's an administration. And the flag here, probably from the region, the Polish flag. It's white on top and red on the ground. And the Indonesian flag in Indonesia, the biggest country in Southeast Asia, it's the opposite. In Indonesia, the red is on top and the white is on the ground. Yeah, that is also a very historic building here. And next to it, We have a typical building from the 1950s or 1960s. Yeah, that is here the difference of the architecture. Here we can see it perfectly. I could also use the train to the train station, because I have also still 28 zloty in coins, but I will just walk around. It's quite cold also in comparison to yesterday. It's like 7 degrees or 5 degrees. Yeah, and here we have some modern buildings. That is the Hampton Hotel by Hilton and the Citibank. The Citibank that was completely bankrupt during the Lehman crisis, and this bank is calling itself now Targo Bank. Terrible bank. This Targo Bank, that someone invented this name, Targo Bank. And there behind is the planetarium. And here's the traffic jam now. So. It is all clean here and very normal. It's very good. And here's the Plus Solidarność. And Solidarność was the political movement of this president Wałęsa or Wałęsa, I don't know really how to spell his name, Lech Wałęsa or Wałęsa. And there's a Flixbus. So probably here on this place there was some demonstration 25 years ago or something like that. Now it's a parking lot. And here we can still see an old building with rusty satellite dishes. Next to it a modern building. Here there are school children, they go maybe now on a school trip. And here are many buses. They probably go on a school trip. Here, why is Donald Trump always complaining they have the big cars here? With these cars, you cannot enter a parking house. Or if you enter it, you can never leave it again. Oh, I should go on the pavement. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's a theater. They go to the theater. That is also great. They go at 10 o'clock to a theater. I cannot remember when I was last time in the theater. And that is another school bus, Autobus Szkolny, and behind another American car. So Donald Trump should not complain too much. He should not stay in his bunker at Mar-a-Lago too long, because if you're too long in a bunker, we know already what happens. You get totally paranoid and you lose contact to reality and to the normal life, like here. And here, everybody, there is an abandoned style looking building. You can rent a place there. There's also a psychologist inside. And it's not easy to find a solution for this, but it's just a piece of art. It's a historic reminder. Let's see it like this. It makes no sense to do anything with it. To destroy it is also not an option, and to talk funny about it is also very bad, and it's just an historic monument here. Yeah, and this building here is the Hotel Warmiński. That was also an option for me here in the city. That is a communist style building, but I decided for the one directly in the city center because it was very affordable and I was in the heart of the old town. Here's the supermarket. I should get myself a coffee now, I have so many coins. So my great coffee here now. No, I'm happy. Hello?
Jeszcze raz.
No.
Jeszcze raz, bo to dużo była.
Those? No, one. I need one. One for you.
Ale będzie.
I pay 2 or 1? Oh my god, I didn't film that, but I let me explain that now. I wanted a big coffee, but there were no big coffee cups. There were only this size here and very small ones. And then I took this one here. And then when it was full, I took it and the machine stopped also, but then the machine kept running. And the guy came out and said, "Here, your coffee." And then he wanted to give me another coffee. Now he put another one of these here, and then I gave it to him. I told him, "No, I'm sorry." And then he said sorry because there were no big cups anymore. What is that here? I don't know what it is. It's a beauty shop here. And then I told him, "Here, you can have the other coffee. I need only one coffee." And then it's crazy. There were no big cups. That was the problem. And this is the Philharmonie from Olsztyn and the parking entrance. I'm not sure if that is the front side or the back side. But they're really very good about playing music instruments here in this whole country in general. The classical music performances are awesome when you check them out on YouTube. And the guy here, he has 3 cans of beer in his bag. Thank God I'm done with beer. So according to Google Maps, that is here still the way to the train station. This is also very nice here. Beautiful cherry. I think that are cherry blossom trees, if I'm not mistaken. This is also a beautiful house here with a very beautiful garden in a very peaceful neighborhood here next to the Philharmonie. And there's also here the sign Sakas. I don't have to explain what that means. No, Sakas means it's illegal. Because here at Sakas Palenia, that means smoking prohibited. And this meant before that it's prohibited for the dogs to shit here in the park. But I must find out what uwaga means. I saw that very often, uwaga. And here we have the Kętrzynskiego Street, and the city where I was yesterday is not Kętrzyn, it's Kętrzyn. They say it Kętrzyn. This is also an interesting building. It looks very old, and there is a clinic inside, and they have an aesthetic, a gynecolog, a cosmetologia, endocrinolog, and stomatolog. So when you have problems with your stomach, you can go here to the stomatolog. And also a podologicna, that is for the feet. And next to it there are also lawyers, advocata. And you see also everywhere Salon Frizerski, that are the hairstylists, the Frizerskis. And in the distance I can see already the roof of the new train station, where I was yesterday, where my bus will leave to the airport. The dog has issues. The police is also everywhere here. I saw so many police cars, and that is very good. That is always a good sign for security. There's the McDonald's in the distance, and here's the train station where we'll go now and have a look at some trains. The cars all wait here when you are driving here. When you're walking, they all wait. Even if you are still 5 meters away, they start stopping. That's good. That is very polite. Thank you. Dziękuję. Here's a map. Olsztyn-Grovny. Grovny means train station. Brand new sign here also for the blind people with this braille things here. The blind people know where to walk. So when you take here a selfie, that is always a big topic. Yeah, everybody is looking at you. The girls were all smiling at me, and also when you walk around with a camera, that is something interesting. But that is not only here like this. That's everywhere like that. If you don't like that feeling, if everybody's staring at you, then don't do it. But I'm used to it. Yeah, this is here a brand new train station entrance. I don't want to annoy everybody anymore about comparing it to Germany, but yeah, this is really nice here, no? And you can say whatever you want. That is really beautiful, and also here this train station looks great, and it is clean and it's very civilized, and it's I can say only positive things. But I know there also many people exist, for example in my country, who like all what is going on there. They like it, and they sometimes also send me comments which I delete. But I prefer this here. You can tell me whatever you want. And there are the trains. There's the train going to Krakow, for example. Here, a very beautiful city. Near Krakow, you can also go to Oswiecim. I will not talk about this anymore because I'm done with this whole topic since yesterday. Poznan, Szczecin, that is the border town to Germany, East Germany. I took once the night train from Szczecin to Krakow. Yeah, and I will fly. It's now 10:30. And at 12 o'clock my bus will leave to the airport. And then I will fly back 1.5 hours. Wow. Wow, look at this here. And here there are some old pictures, how that all looked. That was built in 1872. That is all written in German here, that the city Olsztyn was in German Allenstein, and that was the waiting area in 1872. And now it's 150 years later, and it's also not bad. I mean, look at this here, that is very clean and brand new. They have been done renovations since a long time here. I saw also some drone videos. There's one guy who was flying here with a drone and making videos. Yes. And here's the platform. Oh, here's the word uwaga, that means probably attention. It's very nice. There's also the security. There's everywhere here security. If you are here without permission, then you get a problem. I don't know what that is here. Maybe someone can explain me. It's maybe for the children that they not run over the tracks. Investice. Yeah, they're investing here a lot. That is good. That is here the future. And here on the other side we see the brand new trains, the PKP intercity trains. This one is going to Lodz. Very good. Very good. You can say whatever you want, it's all very good. They have also Wi-Fi. Compare that to some other countries which once had a great system and where everything was great, which was the greatest, and then compare that to what is going on now. This is nice. Yeah, now I have still some time to kill. I will get another coffee.
Pociąg region do stacji Działdowo przez stację Olsztyn-Mazury Airport.
And if you arrive here by a train, then you can go just directly over there to the bus station and then go to, for example, to Kętrzyn or to Mrangowo, to the beautiful lake where I was. I would not go to Kętrzyn. I cannot recommend to visit this, what I visited yesterday. You can do whatever you want, I don't care, but from here you can take the buses. And here this is the minibus to Kętrzyn. Yesterday first I took the big bus and then I returned with such a bus. And if I would not have a flight later, then I would probably now take this bus and go to Mrangowo and then rent a motorboat there, because you can rent motorboats there. I have a sport boat license for lakes and rivers, but here you don't even need one. You can just pay and then rent a motorboat. But alone it's a bit boring. That's why I decided I will fly back later. Here, this is the McDonald's. That is the McDonald's opposite, but it's so full. It is so full. There are so many people on Friday at 10:40 now. There were so many people, that's unbelievable. And here's the beautiful church. Thank God the bus is coming to the airport. It is in 2 minutes, it's 12 o'clock. I thought already he wouldn't come. God. I was already thinking I should take a taxi, a boat taxi.
Ale przy Biedronce by wysadzę, bo miasto na dworyskie będzie wjeżdżał. Przy Biedronce pasywki mogę wysadzić.
Front row seat.
Dwie myszki.
Great.
No to była droga sprawa.
No nie pomogę.
Czy pan ma wizytówki, żeby ja miała później mogę?
Dziękuję. Dziękuję. Aj. So 1 hour 50 minutes later, welcome back to the former CIA airport, where the guys from 9/11 were flown in. And I have now to quickly find a toilet because I'm so pressed. So, welcome. Departures. Odlotti. Where is the toilet? I have only hand luggage. Toiletti. Here's the storks. I go to the toilet. I could have used this door here. Okay. What a wonderful airport. Yeah, this is here the bus from before, and then on the opposite I see a sign there in the distance, Mrangowo. I'm not sure if there's a bus from here to Mrangowo. Where was it, that lake yesterday? I'm really not sure. I thought I have to go first to Olsztyn with this Markus travel bus here, and then from there with another bus. Maybe in summer they have also buses from here to the lake, because that was really beautiful. And yeah, it was very nice here, I must say. I will now only film a little bit when I'm returning, and then that's it. And they have also that small train station there. This has the size like in Kiev or in Kiev in Ukraine. When you come, when you arrive at the airport in Kiev Borispil or Borispil or however that is called. I don't even know if that still exists, this airport. You can also take such a small train to the city, but this train is not running very frequently from Olsztyn-Mazury. And if you are leaving your love here, which would be very tragic, then here's the place for Kiss and Fly. K+F. You can also rent a car here, and Ryanair gave me a very good offer. I could have rented a car for 2 days for only 25 euros plus insurance. The insurance would have been 30 euros, so it would have been 55 euros for the car. But I don't like renting cars actually, because if you have a damage, or if you, even worse, if you have an accident, or the worst, if it gets stolen, then your deposit gets blocked on your card. And to get that back, that's such a drama all. But here, from the traffic conditions, it's no problem to drive here. It's absolutely civilized and quiet. But I wanted to use the public transport. It's very affordable, and then I'm not completely in my bubble in my car. But Ryanair offered very good. If you make the reservation early, you get fantastic prices. Only 25 euros for 2 days for the car, for the small car. They have also an observation deck, but it's unfortunately closed. But there's not so much air traffic anyways. But it would have been nice to have a look. These are the arrivals today from Düsseldorf, my plane, then from Krakow, and tomorrow from London and Düsseldorf again. And the departures is my flight, then in the evening one flight, and then tomorrow again. I bought some more here, King of the Night. Energy drinks. And this is here the airfield. But our plane has not yet arrived.
Co? Przygotowcy spać, on jest pełen tych. Ubranie na tej porządku.
Najgorzej jest, jak mi chcą pomagać zaśnięci, no zawsze później się zapomnę. Bo tu ja nie wydałam, że się
Tego budka 15 kg nie ma.